So today we're going to be tying a fly called the wired PMD Nymph, and this is a fly I've been fishing for the last couple of years here in Montana, specifically in the summer for the PMD hatches. And this fly was designed to be fished in a nymph rig, but really designed to be fished as a dropper with the extra wire body to give it a little extra weight if you're fishing it off a stonefly or a hopper or a larger caddis. Any type of terrestrial that's foam and will float well will float this fly quite well too. Alright, so let's get started. So we're going to tie this fly in a size 16, actually I'm sorry, in a 14. And black bead, get the little thread started here. Fly is really super simple. Pheasant tail for the tail and the wing case. It's a nice little clump of pheasant tail. Tie this in the back and just pull those fibers. You want them to be not quite the length of the hook shank, maybe a little bit shorter, about like that. We'll wrap this forward to keep the body nice and smooth. One of the key features of this body with the wire ribbing is that it keeps a nice slender profile, which I think really helps, especially on areas where the fish are kind of pressured. Keep it nice and slender. So we'll take and we'll wrap this wire forward. First couple wraps are pretty tricky, but once you get it going, it goes pretty fast. Using a small brown amber colored wire for the body. Once we get about 3/4 of the way up, we'll tie it off. Snip it with your tie the wing case back over. I'm going to use for the body just a yellow sparkle dubbing. You could use pink or tan or whatever, but I like this bright color. I think the fish see it really well. We'll dub a little thorax in here. Not super thick, but just enough to give it a nice little pronounced thorax. One more little clump in here. Okay, so for the legs I'm going to use some copper crystal flash. 3-4 strands, whatever you want. We've got about 3 strands here. So we're going to take and tie 3 on the far side. Lash those down. And we'll pull 3 over onto my side and lash those down. And I'm just going to come back over it with just a little bit of dubbing. It'll help cover up the thread, and it'll lay those legs back a little bit. A couple wraps like that. Pull the pheasant tail wing case over. 2 kind of, we'll go 3 tight wraps behind there. A couple wraps in front of it so it doesn't go anywhere. Clip it off nice and tight. Throw a little half hitch in there just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And now we'll pull out the whip finisher. Just do a quick little whip finish, 2-3 turn whip finish. And then we'll take and we'll clip the legs off, just back behind the thorax a little bit. Get my fingers out of the way. It's just a little bit long. Kind of fluff those up, and they'll make a nice little leg. Just a little dab of Zap-A-Gap will keep it all together. And there you have it. The wired PMD. Great simple PMD pattern. As you'll notice, most of the flies that I tie are pretty quick and easy to tie. As a guide, I like to keep my boxes full, and lots of flies work. They can be fancy or very simple. I choose to go as simple as possible and still be able to get the job done, but give it a try. I bet you'll like it. Thanks for watching.